Today we're going to be using this program that you see in front of on the movie screen, and it's called Microsoft Word, and we use this to create the document that you see here. That we press keys to make letters on a piece of paper, and that's called a document. Some important keys on our keyboard are the backspace, the enter key, and also the space bar right here. The space bar is used for creating spaces. So when you look between these words, you'll see a little space here, and that's created by pushing the space bar one time. The backspace button and the enter key are very helpful. The enter key right here will move your cursor down to the next line. So right here I've got my cursor, and when I click, you'll see it's blinking. And when I push the enter key now, notice that my cursor will go to the next line. If I push it again, it will go down again. But the backspace is just the opposite. If I press the backspace key, watch the cursor, it's going to move up. So the backspace key will move your cursor to the left or up. And so when I say it will move it to the left, I'll show you an example right down here. If you put your cursor at the end of this sentence, then press the backspace key, watch these letters disappear. So I'll click right here, and now you can see it flashing. I'll press the backspace key. Notice how my cursor is moving to the left, and each time I press it, it's making the letters disappear. Well, that's a wonderful thing right down here when you want to fix a mistake. Take a look at this sentence. I've spelled the word again wrong. And that's what that red squiggly line is telling us, that it's wrong. I went to the store again. If I put my cursor behind it and press the backspace keys, I can erase those letters and then change it and spell it correctly. If I put my cursor, look at this sentence right here. If I put my cursor in front of this sentence, then press the backspace key, the sentence will move up. I'll click here and see my whole sentence moves up. And if I press the enter key now, my sentences move down. Let's take a look at the top here. Up here, this is called the ribbon. And on the ribbon, you see different tabs. So each one of these words up here is a tab. Notice how it changes behind the word insert and page layout, references, and the rest of them. When I click on it, all of these commands, and a command is what you're telling the computer to do, will change. All the tools that we have available will change. On the Insert tab, you've got a different set of tools. The Page Layout tab, you have another set of tools. Each one of these tabs has different tools. Most of the time we'll be on the Home tab, because that tells us the size of our letters, and we can change that by clicking on that button there and choose a larger number if we want our letters to be bigger, or if we want them to be smaller, we choose a smaller number than what we started with. When I click on this little arrow, this box drops down and gives us a lot of choices for how we want our font, and font is what we call the letters. So we can change our font to any of these different ones, and that's the fun part of doing word processing. We'll talk about some of these other commands or tools on the ribbon at another time. So let's get started.